Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
First play of the drive, excellent run, just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First down, Brissett. Hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Flex round! Flex round! Come on, let's go! White 90! White 90!
Brissett to throw on first. That is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time, and that'll bring up second down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Ohio! 56 to Mike. 56 is the Mike.
They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Tackled there by Monte Nicholson.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, baby. Strong right. Ohio! Ohio! Three down. Ohio!
Brissett from the gun on third. Got an open man. It's Radley. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did. Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 8 there on the first down play. Well, anytime it's a toss or a pitch play, it's a battle for the edges. Who's going to control the edge of the line of scrimmage? In other words,
Can the defensive guys hold their leverage? What we were always taught was keep your outside arm or outside shoulder free if you were playing on the play side, meaning the ball coming towards you. And anyone coming from the backside, they're pinching down and sliding down towards it to try and keep people kind of locked into one spot. And, boy, what a great defensive play there. Weren't out leverage, running to the football from the inside out, turned into a big loss of yardage.
Going deep for Montgomery. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking for Ty Montgomery that time, and it's third down.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. The seventh play now of this opening drive. This is third and long, though. They just get the play off. Now Brissett. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Take this forward only up to about the 7. A gain of 3, second down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
Here's a 2nd and 7 now from their own 7.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On second down, here's Henry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
We got 4. Set. 319. 319.
Operating from the gun, Bradshaw. And that's caught by Smith. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Now let's go. 319. 319.
Now a play fake here on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because This is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack.
No.
It's second and 21.
Detroit! All right, here we go. Green, 30.
Back to throw. Bradshaw. And off his back foot, he'll heave this one deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play that time for the Raiders. 47 yards. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Hey, 4 down.
They go play action here on 1st down. Complete. Smith has it. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Jonnu Smith, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Double up. He's coming, double up. Check 3.
On the carry, here's Clement. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Let's go. Brad 38.
A run, it's Clement. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the 2nd half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
4 down. Check. 4 down. Flex round. Ohio.
This is Clement. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the 2nd half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the 1st half, maybe not so much in the 2nd half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Ohio. You got tight right there. Slam.
They'll run with Clement. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. They'll need to convert a 3rd and 7, though, to start things out.
Flex round! Flex round! Come on, let's go! Red 38! Red 38! Hut! Hut!
Out of the gun, Brissett. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Flex round! Flex round! Hut! Hut!
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking deep for his tight end, Ertz. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. It's a quarterback sneak, and he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Jacoby Brissett, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Hurry up, here we go. 319! 319!
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
After the penalty, it's Henry. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Lucky 56.
On the ground, Richard. Ooh, with a juke. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st and 10, Bradshaw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Nigel Bradham in there to sack him for a loss of 6. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Now let's go. 319. 319.
Now a handoff to Henry. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run. Now they'll need to draw up something good here on 3rd and 13.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And the Eagles will go with an extra DB here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd.
Thinking pass all the way.
Set. Green 39.
Looking to throw. Bradshaw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And on the ground they go with the running back. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Woo! You got him. You got him. You got him. Double tight, guys. Double tight. 4 down. Check.
On play action, Brissett. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Now they try the right side here. Mofs49wk14 with the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Let's go! Red 38! Red 38!
Second down, Brissett. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. The Eagles on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Eagles on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Come on, let's go! White 90! White 90!
Tight ends on the loose. Tight ends on the loose. Tight ends on the loose. Take it. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. He's going to float this over the middle deep, and he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And now here come the Raiders. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, and it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
319!
They begin with Henry. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Watch tight. Tight ends right. You got 4.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And it's caught on the right side. It's Smith. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route, it's extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Leopard. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
Man, that's trash. That's trash.
To throw on 3rd down. Bradshaw looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Throwing on 1st down. Bradshaw over the middle. That's caught by Adams. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Even. 4 down. Even. That's mine.
Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace, because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
A really good pickup of 28 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
4 down. Check.
The pitch to Henry. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Double time, guys. Double time. 4 down.
Again, it's Henry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. The Raiders on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Gun! 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 Hey! 4 down, 4 down, 4 down. Gun! 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 Gun!
From the gun, Bradshaw. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
That's it, baby.
Hey! Over!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Hurry up, here we go. 319! 319!
58, boys, 58, 58.
Looking to throw on second down. Bradshaw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Nigel Bradham in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. The Raiders on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15.
Flex round! Flex round!
Again to Henry. And he'll get this down to about the 31-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
So the missed field goal, and now they're in great shape. They'll start at the 38.
Flex round! Flex round!
We're set on first down. Going left side here, and it's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
4 down, 4 down.
And they'll run it here. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
4 down, 4 down.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Oh, now he bowls him over. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Here we go. What? 9.
And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Flex round. Flex round.
4 down. Check. 4 down. 4 down.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Baby. Get him, boy. Get him, boy.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Alert.
Ohio.
From the gun, here's Brissett. He rifles one that's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Come on, let's go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
Watch safety crease. Watch safety creeping. Safety.
Flex round. Flex round.
58. Right over there. Yeah.
Flex round. Flex round.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20.
Blitz. They're coming. Run. 3 down. 3 down.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Raiders on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Let's go. Red 38. Red 38.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Hey. Set. Blue landing.
They'll try and chew some clock with Henry. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Now let's go. Green 3.
On the counter is Henry. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Off play action. Bradshaw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Well, a clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4.
Hey, boys, we got 4. 4 down.
Operating from the gun. Bradshaw throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to make it 4th down. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. It'll be just an 18-yard punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk.
Ohio! 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 Ohio!
A first down throw for Brissett. Looking deep for his tight end Ertz. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Ohio! Ohio!
4 down. Alert. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 9 yards on the pickup there as he'll be left with 3rd and 1.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10.
Flex round! Flex round!
4 down, 4 down.
Hut! Hut!
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Right back to him on 1st down. They'll get it to the 23-yard line. A solid run. On 1st down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Boom! Yeah, baby! Check, 4 down.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
all runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio!
Deep third.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down right around the 16. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Flex round! Flex round!
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He will push his way down to about the 14. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
They only need a yard here. 3rd down and 1 after the penalty.
Strong right. Hey. 4 down.
And they'll run it here. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left. And then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. And Elliott puts this one through. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Mike Bennett in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Gun!
Here we go. Watch 7.
From the gun, Bradshaw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Adams. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
That gets them the first down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Everyone got 4 down.
Back to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Raiders have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Now the try here for the extra point. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Jakeem Grant now to return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Back to throw. Ertz over the middle. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there at 22. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Brissett now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Ohio!
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Ohio!
They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to do with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Eagles hustling to the line, clock rolling.
Partner, you absolutely cannot take a sack in that situation. Now, it's also 4th down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Raiders are going to win the football game. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, 4 down. Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. There he goes inside the 30. 20. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
No problem there on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The return man is Grant. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
4 down.
Hot! And they take a knee. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is, because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city,